Shalom. You remember Adam's letter from our last course. This letter is like our letter in English, the A. And it's called an Aleph. Aleph. You might remember it from the horn family because it has two horns. And there's a very good reason for that. That's right. Aleph means ox in Hebrew. Power, strength. I thought you'd like that. Now, Aleph is a letter that has a special feature. And that is that it works like a vowel, just like in English. And for the purposes of this course, it works like the letter A. Only for this course. Okay, so we can remember it just like we did from the word Adam. Now you know why I chose that from the last course. It helps migrate you right here into the alphabet. So here we have Aleph. Now you know the name. And now you can see Adam's name in Hebrew, and you can recognize the Aleph, which means man. And since now you know that the ox is Aleph in Hebrew, let's look at that in Hebrew. Aleph, ox. And, of course, alphabet, which is Aleph Bet in Hebrew. And we have amen, which is a Hebrew word, and that's how it's spelled in Hebrew. You can recognize the Aleph. And in Hebrew, it means truly or agree. It's a really important Hebrew root that we will be getting into in other courses. And we have Abraham, which looks like this in Hebrew. You can see the Aleph. And it means father of many nations. Ariel, Lion of God. And, wow, we get two Alephs in that name. And for the girls, we have Abigail, which means father's joy. And it looks like this in Hebrew. You can recognize the Aleph. And we have Aaron. And that's how his name looks in Hebrew, with the Aleph. And Abner, father of light. Remember the Abraham, Abner? Might see a little correlation there. And that's what his name looks like in Hebrew. And there you have the Aleph. And let's get into some modern Hebrew words that will help you with this transition. And that is avocado, with the Aleph there. So you can go to Israel and you'd see that word and you can recognize the Aleph on it. And America starts with an Aleph in modern Hebrew. America. And Asia. Asia also is a Hebrew word in modern Hebrew, and it starts with an Aleph. And this is not England, but Anglia. That's how they say it in Hebrew, Anglia. And that's the word for England. And that starts with an Aleph. And, of course, we have Australia. We have to have Australia. It's important with the kangaroos. And that starts with an Aleph. Australia. Now, your mission is to find the Aleph in Israel. Okay, you ready? And we have Ben. He's going to show you how to do it right there. See, he found an Aleph in Israel. That's a really nice, poster they have there of the kids. Now, you'll notice here that there are Alephs in every line. And, of course, this is the 10 words or the 10 commandments. So you can look at this in your PDF file and really study it. Right there, take a look. Every one of those Alephs. You see them all? And let's go on the next tablet. And so you can see if you know the letter Aleph, it really helps you begin reading. Let's see if you can find it here. Look for the Aleph. You can pause your video. And there's the Aleph in Lionsgate Street. And see if you can find the Aleph here. The font's a bit different. And there it is in the word for Israel. And can you find it here? There it is. That was easy. Right there on that sign of the street in Jerusalem. Now, there. Look at those two Alephs there. And that is for the Star of David. And now we have nice cafe. Do you see the Aleph? There it is. And you can pause here. You know, you've been looking at a lot of Alephs. So this is a little bit more challenging. See if you can find it. You can pause the video. And there you go. This is a very important place. The Yad Vashem in Jerusalem. And now we are going to look for the Aleph in scriptures. You ready? In verses. Now the first thing I want to show you, and we'll be doing this every time, Psalm 119 was made just for you. It was to help you to learn the alphabet. It has 22 sections. Each one is for a letter, and it has 8 verses in each section, as you can see here. And we are in section 1, and it starts with the Aleph. You can see all those nice Alephs right there. Okay, now find the Aleph in Genesis 1:1. Pause the video, see how many you can find. Okay, Ben, we didn't ask you to come here. He likes to show off sometimes. Okay, we have 6 Alephs in Genesis 1:1. So right away, in Genesis 1:1, you can recognize 6 letters. Now I'd say that's pretty good for just the first course. And that's the first one. Let's take it a bit slow. See that first line, and let's look in the second line. Got 1, 2 there, and the third line, 1, 2, and 3. And that gives us our 6 Alephs in Genesis 1:1. Now let's try Genesis 1:3. See how many Alephs you can find. I'm just going to assume you're going to pause the video. And there's 1. Another one. How many did you see on the second line? Right there. And then, of course, there's 1 on the third line. You're getting pretty good at this. And, of course, that's the famous one. And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And let's look at Genesis 1:4. See how many Alephs you can find. Pause the video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, 6. So we have 6 Alephs there. And you can see already in Genesis 1, in the chapter Genesis 1, if you know the letter Aleph, you are already understanding a lot of the letters there. So now it's time to learn how to write an Aleph. You've learned how to recognize it. Now, as you can see, the first stroke is all the way up there at the upper right-hand corner. And we're going to come down right here diagonally. Now, for the second stroke, we're sort of like in the middle up there. I'm going to come down and curve. Okay? Now, got one more stroke here. And it's a curve too. Now, just remember, you're not trying to make a nice block letter like it is on the font. Just do the best you can, okay? Just get the basic shape. So, this is the end of the video. You can refer to your PDF, and it will show you again how to write this and see how many you can write. It really helps imprint it on your brain. Okay? So I'll see you for the next letter. Shalom.